Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's Barham Park Trust meeting. Okay, and can we start with apologies for absence? I don't, looking around, everyone's here, so thank you to everyone for turning up today. Declarations of interest, please do make sure if you do have any declarations, you declare them either now or as we get to each item. Can we just go through the minutes of the last meeting? Okay, page 1, page 2, and page 3. Any matters arising? No. Thank you very much. I'll take that as an accurate reflection of the previous meeting. The first item is the Barham Park Trust account outputs from a high-level review commissioned by the Chief Executive of Brent Council. Kim, can I hand over to you?
Yes, thank you, Chair. I'm just going to give a few moments summary of what the report says. I assume people have read it, and this report itself is a summary of the high-level consultancy-based review that I commissioned. It was only looking at the Barham Park Trust account, so had a fairly limited scope and was based on 2 objectives, which are set out at 3.4. I won't read them out, but you can see those were the objectives, and then specifically the scope is set out at 3.6, so it covered quite a large number of issues that were raised primarily by Councillor Lorber, which I refer to in the previous paragraph. I think it's also worth pointing out to members at 3.7 what the review was not intended and never intended to be. It was always a high-level one set amongst the context of the context and scope that I've previously discussed. So I've received the report. This is a presentation to the Trust that sets out a summary of it, and I'm satisfied that the objectives and the scope have been met, and that importantly, as I say in 3.8, that it didn't identify any material issues relating to the accuracy of the counts, but there were clearly some areas identified that could be done in a clearer, more transparent way, as well as some observations regarding the operational practices of the Trust, which I've discussed with officers, and we'll be implementing those changes going forward. Finally, I just want to clarify the statement in 4.1 around engagement. I do just want to make that clear that that engagement of Councillor Lorber was only in relation to the questions and issues that he has raised about the accounts, and it was never meant to imply that he was engaged comprehensively in either the high-level consultancy review or the putting together of this report. So I just wanted to clarify that in case there was any confusion about it, but happy to take any questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, and I think I think you've made it quite clear what the report's intentions were. I was quite interested in reading 3.9, especially point 3. In relation to the rent reviews and stuff going forward as well. I think it absolutely makes sense, and it links into some of the conversations that are taking place about what we need to do with our asset and property portfolio that we have as well, and how we work with other tenants and other buildings as well. So I'm helpful to that. I think the other thing for myself is that if you can just continue the conversation with the Council of Law, if he wishes to have any interaction with yourself, well, it's fine to do. Okay, looking around at Trust members, any comments, any suggestions, any points?
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Kim, for this report. Look forward to sort of working in terms of the findings of the report and how we can implement that better for the Trust. And I think actually the work around rent reviews is important, and I think feeds in well to the feasibility studies that we've commissioned around what's the best way of utilising what's an important asset for us.
Thank you very much. Okay, looking around, I don't think I've got anybody else has got anything else. Can I thank Kim? Thank you for doing the work as well, and thank you to all the officers who've been involved in this as well. The recommendation is just a note to the report from the chief exec. Okay, next item on the agenda is the reference back of the call-in in relation to the Barham Park Trust Committee decision on Barham Park Trust annual report and accounts for 22 and 23. Okay, this was called in for review by the Scrutiny Committee, and I think Councillor Tatler, you were there. The Scrutiny Committee I think had a good opportunity to review the decision that was taken by the trust. I don't know if you want to say anything in relation to.
Just in relation to the Scrutiny Committee itself, thank you to the Scrutiny Committee for thoroughly going through the questions and kind of the issues that were raised in concerns with the call-in. And I'd like to thank officers who worked diligently hard to kind of clarify some of the issues and making clear to the Scrutiny Committee that actually the work that's been done is actually what's in line with what the Charity Commission has asked us to do. And, you know, we're looking forward to kind of continuing that work and setting things out in a clear way.
Right, I'm just going to take a look at Chris. Is it Chris? Is there anything else you want to? Thank you very much. Okay, trust members, any comments from any of you guys? Right, we have the recommendations. Right, one of the recommendations are they amend the decision having taken the accounts of the comments made, or B, to confirm the original decision made, enabling it to take immediate effect. Okay, I'm recommending that we go to 2.1B, which is to confirm that the decision that was taken by the trust and to approve the accounts that were put in front of us. Is that?
Just want to say that I want to publicly note that I have full confidence in the work the officers have done in relation to the accounts, and we've asked questions in meetings, and it's been thoroughly scrutinised by Scrutiny and the trust about the work that we've done on the accounts, and I'm confident that the work that they've been doing. So thank you very much on that.
Thank you very much. Okay, can we agree those recommendations? 2.1B. Agreed. Thank you very much. Okay, I've not been notified of any items to the exclusion of press and public. I've not been notified of any urgent business, and the next meeting will be arranged as and when required. I want to say thank you to everyone and everyone watching online and in this room for attending and being part of the meeting. Thank you very much.